Welcome back, everybody. This is the Sun Devil Learning Lab in the 5th grade section for math. This is Miss Delgado, and we're going to learn about tape diagrams today. Tape diagrams is a name for a different method to solving division, and we kind of did it in the last video, but I'm going to show you just in more depth of what exactly a tape diagram is. So for your introduction, you're going to need paper and pencil. Just follow along and continue to draw the things I draw. And your objective is that you'll be able to use tape diagrams to model fractions as division. So the first thing that we're going to do is go over the homework that you guys had from last night. So it was 3 divided by 9. The first thing that we do is we're going to just draw the 3 units. So here we have 3 blocks, and now we need to divide by 9. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to split up each of these into 9. So I'm gonna try my best and just kind of figure out so there I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more, and there's 9. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing to all of them. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the last one. Okay, so there I have it into 9. So what we're going to do now is we're going to count up each of the ninths that we just made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So here we have 27 ninths divided by 9. Do we know what 27 divided by 9 is? It is 3. And so our answer is 3, but don't forget this little thing here, it's 3 ninths. And another way to say 3 ninths, or to write it, is 3 over 9. And again, remember, our numerator was our dividend, and our denominator was that second number. Nothing seemed to change. So this, in other words, is just showing us that this division sentence, so let's say we had like 18 divided by 55, that can also be written as 18 over 55. It's the same exact thing. So that's just from last video. If you want to go and check that out again, you can. But here's your warm-up for today's video. So we're going to draw a tape diagram to solve this. And then we're going to express our answer as a fraction. So here we're going to write the fraction in these 2 spots here. And then we're going to show the multiplication sentence to check our answer. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw our 1. So this right here is equal to 1. And then the next thing that we need to do is we need to split this up into 3, like it says there. So there's 3. So this can be said as 3 units is equal to 1, where 1 unit is equal to, and when I say 1 unit, we're just talking about one of these little blocks. It is 1 divided by 3 to figure it out, because here we have 1, and we need to divide by 3 because there's 3 of them to figure it out. And so like how we learned in the last video, with a division sentence, the first number becomes the numerator and the second number becomes the denominator, meaning that one of these units equals a third. So now we're going to check it with the multiplication sentence. So what we need to do is we need to do 1/3 times by 3. And if you guys remember, we can do repeated addition with 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3, and that would give us 3/3, which is also 1. So yes, it does work. So let's continue it. We're going to do it one more time just so you guys can understand it. Same exact instructions. Draw a tape diagram, express your answer as a fraction, show the multiplication sentence to check your answer. I'm going to first draw my tape. I'm going to split it up in half because here we have 1 and here we have 2, and that's the 2 from right there. The next thing we're going to do is split this up into thirds, or just split it up into 3. Okay, so there it is in 3. Okay, so this tells us that 6 units equals to 2, and 1 unit is equal to 2, because there was 2 here, divided by, and we have it in 3 per each whole. So in other words, we know that this fraction is 2/3. We're going to check it with multiplication. So what we need to do is 3 times 2/3, or in other words, 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3, and that will equal 6/3, which is also 2. And that does show us that it still continues to work. So for this one, I'm going to get it started for you, but go ahead and show your work. Make sure to show your work for the multiplication sentence. So let's get started. We're going to first draw our tape. And we need to split this up into 7. Six, 7. Okay, so there I have 7 pieces. The next thing that we do is we're going to split this up into 5. So I'm going to use a different color. Alright, so there we have it split into 5 for each of the units. So what we know is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right now I'm just counting up all the little pieces that we made. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. We know that 35 units equals to 7. We know that 1 unit is 7 divided by 5. So in other words, this is 7/5. And then go ahead and check it. I'm going to give you guys a minute to remember to check it. We're going to do 5 times 7/5. Alright, let's go ahead and continue just solving it. So if you know how to multiply fractions, you can go ahead and do that. But if you do need help understanding that more, you can go back into the older videos. I'm just going to do repeated addition for those that need it. So 7/5, we're going to add that 5 times. So I know that the numerator is 35 over 5. Set 35 divided by 5 is 7. So that does prove to us that 7 divided by 5 is also equal to 7/5. For this last one, I'm going to give you time. We have 14 divided by 5. Use the same exact steps. Do the tape diagram, split it up into the 14 pieces. Split those 14 divided by 5 pieces and continue onward. Remember to check your work. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. Go ahead. Alright, so let's go ahead and get over this. The first thing I'm going to do is draw that tape diagram. I'm going to try and make it as big as possible since we do have to fit 14 in here. So I'm going to first split this up in half. And then after that, I need to split up the halves into 7 pieces. So I will get started on that. I made those way too small, so I'm going to kind of restart. Alright, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to do the same to the other side. Okay, there I have my 14 pieces. Remember, the next step is to cut each of these pieces into 5. So I'm going to cut them up, and I'm only putting 4 lines in it because when I put 4 lines, that actually gives me 5 pieces in it. And just continue to do that once you get all of them in there. Okay, so there I have all of my 14 pieces cut up into 5. So I know, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. We have 5 pieces and 14 of the holes. So I'm going to just go ahead and just multiply to make it easier. So I know that there's 70 units equals to 14, where 1 unit is 14 divided by 5. So in other words, this can also be 14 fifths. And let's check our answer. I do recommend going back into the video to solve this, but 14 fifths times by 5 is 70 fifths, and 70 divided by 5 is 14. So yes, this is correct. For your homework, you guys have to do 55 divided by 10, and we'll go over that before we get started on the Word Problem Wednesday. Thank you guys again for watching. I want to let you know that we do appreciate the views that we've been getting for the Sun Devil Learning Lab. The objective for this video was that you'll be able to use tape diagrams to model fractions as divisions, just to be able to divide in a different way. But thank you again, and have a nice day.